Greetings of honor to every form of life. Greetings of honor to everyone from ALAFIA Ministry. This morning I am here to witness the living God, that embodies me and that I embodied. I didn't have a clue that I will be having this conversation, or this talk to be precise, today. Because for me, every day is a new day. But before I get into that, I would like to say a little story about myself. When I was growing up, maybe about 3 to 5 years old, just before I can, call my name properly, I used to look at the moon a lot. Of course, as I grew up, I somewhat grew out of it. And also, my morimi, that which we call muda, meaning I create her. She will look up at the moon at night, and this was during the time that I was pregnant with my first sea stars. I call them. Universe granted me 3 sea stars. That's what I call them. She will look at the moon at this period of our life and my life, and I don't quite have clarity as to why she does that. Then I asked her, and she said, someone advised me to always look at the moon, particularly when the moon is full, when the moon has come full circle. And she also told me a little story about my grandmother. She said she lost 13 children. Right. When you take 13 and you add 3 to 13 on the left-hand side, you have the moon. And now, when the moon it's like when you take an egg, for an example, and you break that egg, that which is in between is I. From that, man was able to write Al-Ah, meaning all. My point, living God is everything. And I mean everything. Therefore, if God was to be speaking to every one of us at the same time, it will cause major chaos. What do I mean by that? If the moon and the sun and the earth and the wind and the fishes and the dog and the cow and the snake, everything that I don't even know to say, the trees begin to speak at one time, it will be chaotic. The voice of God, all of it at one, is just the voice of God. Omi water. it's like thunder. We can't sustain that. We will not survive that. That is the reason God put in place particular people, particular persons to bring forth what God is speaking unto man and the path that we must take, not for any other reason, just so that we can have life that is overflowing. It is from the overflowing of God that each and every one of us is still supposed to touch with honor. And that will touch us with honor in return. That is the meaning of two hearts that one put together, meaning everything God, one put together. Two mates that God put together to anchor precisely what God is speaking to us. God is not it or if. God is. It's almost like when you put 3, 1, 3 together, you have 7, isn't it? Because 2, 1, 2 is 5. That's life. And then 3, 1, 3 is 7. That's 5, 7. Now, we man, meaning man and woman, meaning people, we like to think that God is literal, meaning we can just write about God or put symbols about God together and it's okay, we're good to go. God is more, meaning moremi, where the word more come from, B-M-O-O-R or M-O-R-E. God is more. Now, the generation that we are, every one of us, they're gonna come as the eye of God and arms of God is over everything, watching over everything. The generations are here. They are going to be teaching us clarity about God. And our duty of the generation now is to make way for them, because it is the light of God that none of us can look away from or run away from. Today, I'm going to be direct. I didn't know yesterday that I was supposed or proposed to have us talk. And my directory and the signal that I've been getting from get-go, and I didn't know why or clarity, because nobody teaches me what to do or how to do it. When I go to require or inquire what is going on, which I've tried to do for the past 12 years at least, nobody gives me the answer. The troubles just become bigger, if you like, confusion. And I feel like I was placed in you're meant to be seen and not heard. You're meant to be heard and not seen. And I see things that I can't discuss with anyone. A lot of the time, I won't blame anyone because nobody have the answer to give me. I have to put it all together myself. It's like a puzzle that only heaven and earth can put together for me. And that is what has been going on. Yesterday, I can definitely say that heaven and earth put all the puzzles together. Of course, I saw the puzzles together a few years ago, but yesterday the puzzle was complete. What do I mean by that? I woke up yesterday morning, I told my sea stars that I need to go somewhere. My heart guided me, and I saw heaven and earth go before me. All I knew I was in my heart, as far as the clarity that moment goes, was I was going to feed the birds, pigeons. And you know what? I've never done that in my entire life. You know? So I got to Trafalgar Square and I started feeding the birds. I was happy that I was doing it, joyful, in a manner that I can't even explain to nobody. I didn't tell anybody what I was going to do. It was between me and God. So we started walking, and then I come across something, two signals. It's almost like every step I've been taking in my life was meant to lead me to that spot. I have been living in London for at least 30 years now. I think, yeah, 30 years. And then I came across, I never in my life walked that path because it just didn't happen. So I saw two things that was major, maybe three. But this was directly, not funny, but we give honor to life in every way, and we keep all our honor to ourselves as well. What I saw was a date, which is 1867 to 1953. R. Kelly was born 1967, and this year R. Kelly is 53. I call your name, R. Kelly, with complete honor. That just put all the puzzle together for me, because every, and I mean every, path that R. Kelly takes, most of his songs particularly, and all the struggles and the confusions and the sackers, or is it sackers? Call it sackers, that is going through. I found myself in the center of every struggle that R. Kelly is going through. I didn't know why. Nobody can explain to me what is going on. I don't particularly want to have a teacher, as in teach somebody sit in front of me telling me what to do or how to do it. I was left by myself. Heaven and earth are my teacher. That was very tough for me, I would have to say. Now, when I mention R. Kelly, what we've been made to understand is that R. Kelly, a lot of sex allegations and all kind of stuff, it's been laid on him, if you like, or been allegedly, is that the correct term for it? My heart, heaven and earth, is saying to me, that allegation is not for R. Kelly to carry. That allegation belongs to medieval system of the world that has been going on for at least 3,000 years. So if there's, according to what heaven and earth is telling me, because I only speak what I see and precisely what heaven and earth instruct me to talk about. I will not say less, I will not exceed that, even if I want to. And I will not scaremonger anyone or anything, even if I am paid to do so. I will know how to do that. For I am real and I am authentic. As R. Kelly is real and R. Kelly is authentic. The music he sings are real, even though you might not, I don't know, connect with it properly, i.e. to be able to know fully who he is. But he speaks forth what he sees and what he knows, and he speaks of what he sees and what he knows. Overflowing of it, he probably don't know it, because when you know who you are fully, you will begin to behave in alignment with that, not outside of it. But the system did not teach any of us to behave as who we are, rather as who they want us to be. So this sex problem is what the system has entangled R. Kelly with, that the system has entangled me with, that the system has entangled everyone with. Why? Because I'm not sure if, I'm not here to blame the system. I'm just here to speak forth what heaven and earth instruct me to talk to every one of us about, according to how I know how to. So I'm sure those who know better than me can put the puzzle together properly. So it is the medieval system of the world that creates the problem that R. Kelly is in right now. R. Kelly did not create the problem. So R. Kelly cannot remove the problem. And removing R. Kelly is not going to remove the problem. It will compound the problem. Because I've heard it before, sometimes, I don't know if I'm correct on that R. Kelly said music is what is going to relieve the world of world troubles, meaning music will do it. If everybody's music is playing and the music that Heart of God has written, the Heart of God is singing, there's going to be a problem in the world. Because R. Kelly is created by God to, because hands of God and the eyes of God is upon R. Kelly. I can prove it. I am not here talking for a feel-good factor or for YouTube a factor. We give honor to life for the platform that life has provided for each and every one of us. I'm here because I'm proposed to do this today. There's more music that God has written in R. Kelly's art that must be heard. So what I would say on the lighter aspect of it, every one of us, if you don't have your dancing shoes on, you need to go and get one. Because nobody is wired like R. Kelly. And nobody's gonna do it the way it's been given to R. Kelly. And I've said that on the lighter side. Now, I'll go on to the serious aspect of this topic today. Now, what R. Kelly is going through is very, very serious. I don't need to be told. I know. Because what happens to R. Kelly directly happens to me. And I mean directly happens to me. So, to the point that I feel hold up, I don't think R. Kelly is who the government of the United States or the system of the world are looking for or need. I think it is me. So, if you want to hurt R. Kelly, and I'm speaking to the government of the United States and the world at large, if you so much need to hurt R. Kelly, you will have to hurt me first. Because none of you know what you're doing, nor do you know who R. Kelly is or who I am. You're all confused. If R. Kelly had committed a sin, R. Kelly's sin is not greater than every man on this planet today. On that note, I will talk about paper versus material first. What do I mean by that? Paper money. Paper money will say to you, everyone out there that's able to hear what I'm saying and put things together yourself in alignment with the stars. Paper money will say to you, I need amo ni ela, harmony. Everything on the planet Earth today are asking, looking, needing, seeking harmony. Living God is not in the business of using money to kill people or using people to kill money. Hands of God is saying to every one of us, don't touch any part of my body. Meaning, do not hurt R. Kelly. I created R. Kelly with a clear purpose. Blue is royal. Blue is deep. Red is read. Red does not stand for get rid of. No. Red is read. Like you read book, red is clear. The vibranium that you're looking for, Ifa brain, that you're looking for, is me. And you cannot get to me without R. Kelly. And you cannot get to R. Kelly without me. R. Kelly is not a danger to anybody. Nor am I a danger to anybody. That is just a simple, crooked lies. And that's me being angry. I'm not an angry person though. But when I'm angry, I suppose I am angry. Medieval practices. Materials. Link that. Materials. Morimi. Morimi materials. Morimi miracle. The world minerals. Gold. Iron. Steels. STEEL. It goes on. Matters. It is overflowing. It is non-ending, the same way as God is non-ending. But that does not mean we should be using it to hurt each other. That does not mean we should be using it, word materials, to kill each other, to undermine each other or God's purpose. God put everything here to honor God, to put everything in harmony, because everyone is being given their alignment with the stars, same way as birds fly in the sky and none of them is fighting each other. Same way stars align and none of them is fighting each other. This we can read. It is an example, signals, symbols that God puts there for us as people on this planet Earth to follow straight path. So why then do we think God is simple-minded like man and woman? God is deep. We can never see the end of it. The height of God, we don't know. God is giant. But what we can see clearly is the body of God that is clear. Now, you don't sacrifice body of God to what do you want to do that? What do you want to, how can we sacrifice God? How are we going to see the way then? It's like removing the moon from the sky. Materials of the planet Earth needs to be in alignment according to the purpose of God's writing. Amoniela. Man has taken upon himself to misinterpret God, to misconstrue God, to this. And then you turn around and you point to Morimi. If God was to speak through a living being, it has to come from Morimi, not man by himself, let alone of, okay, we will take that man and sacrifice the man, and then that don't even make any sense. It doesn't add up. Anna Kelly is not Mary's son. Everything God has given us as the puzzle that we couldn't put together was a statement of what is to come and what is gonna take place. And the puzzle is being put together. We can all see it clearly. God does not speak to man, i.e. man and woman, people. God does not speak in riddles. And God does not speak in parable. The only reason Jesus spoke in parable was because that which you call Jesus. Jesus, for me, is Moremi Ifaila. There's more to that. I cannot discuss that with anyone except whom it is written for. From that, we can begin to see more clarity about the path that God needs for us to take. Because we've entered into God's timeline now, that energy is huge. And it's in our midst. That energy is with us now. We need to prepare for that energy so that we will be among those people who will rejoice. Materials of the world, of the planet Earth, needs harmoniela as well. Needs harmony. Everything, cockroaches, rats, frogs, cow, lizards, chicken, everything, monkey, baboon, chimps, everything needs harmony. And we cannot have harmony if we refuse to go the straight path, which we know it will come. Jesus told you, let you know that this time will come. Say Jesus was on the planet Earth now. Jesus is here for harmoniela, harmony among every living things, every living beings on the planet Earth. Other planets, I don't think they busy themselves celebrating death or jealousy or lying. They celebrate life. We must celebrate life as well. That's the only reason when I said for a minute to take out I was trying to express the importance of oneness of all, living God. We have to have living God first to have a loving God. Meaning as the moon opens up and we're able to write writings and see symbols and see 7767, the hands of God, the purpose of God upon everything. So we need to put that together as one. And that's where you have global world, according to what God has written, meaning loving God. God never stopped loving us. But have you people, medieval people, love God? From what heaven and earth is showing me and teaching me, none of you even make time out in your entire life to love God, to honor God, because without honor is the first step. The second step is the living God. Then you have the honor again. Do you see then you have the honor again. In Oroiba, we don't say oh, we say odo. Or odo. No, we say odo. And it goes further than that. We say ododo, meaning flower. Or sometimes we say ododo. Ododo means the truth. Ododo la akeli. Ododo. Ododo. You can say ododo, meaning the truth will set our Kelly free. Ododo la Kelly. Ore ayo ALAFIA. God do la Kelly. 7-7. Do la Kelly. Ododo do la Kelly. Those who knows what I'm saying, particularly Yoruba people, know precisely what I'm saying. The truth must set our Kelly free. If any one of you men out there, particularly older than R. Kelly and of R. Kelly's age, have never committed a sexual crime, then come out and say it to any of us. No, don't just say it. Prove it. Because you taught R. Kelly every single behavior that he knows. You've never given him a chance to represent the true God that he is. The true God that embodied him, that he embodied. But that was only for a short time. Because that time has come for R. Kelly to become who he really is. A real, genuine, royal blood that must not be spilled. Because if you do that, you'll be upsetting planet Earth. When I was talking about planet, I think in my last talk, yeah, I know that Kelly, his last song was on Planet, but I wasn't connecting with that at that point. I was speaking forth what was written in my heart. Now you can see the connection between R. Kelly and myself. The honor that we carry for the planet, not particularly about people, because if there's no planet, there's no people. It was planet first before people. So you can see we need to retrace our steps. You can't have number 5 without number 1. So we've got to retrace our footpath, our steps back to reality to get into clarity. Gbọ́dọ̀ form, gbọ́dọ̀ àìfọmọ bore. That is for Yoruba people or Oroiba people. I don't do voodoo, I don't do Orisha, because Orisha to me means Ori Sami Soto. Heaven and earth chose me for a particular purpose. It's that same precise writing that I will speak forth in regards to R. Kelly, because I only speak the truth. R. Kelly is chosen. That's different from calling somebody a Jesus that you want to crucify. Heaven and earth will not accept R. Kelly's blood or his brain from anyone. Meaning, when you do that, you will be efficiently destroying yourself, because God 7-7, if we're looking at symbol here, or 6-7, if we're looking at symbol here, we'll remove the moon from the sky. I speak only the truth. What I'm saying can genuinely be proven because I am authentic. But I will not say anything to anyone unless I see R. Kelly first. Because R. Kelly is the anchor of this purpose. And this purpose is directly linked to Ifeala ministry. If I know this yesterday, I will have talked about it. Tomorrow is another new day, a miracle day. I said, for me, waking up in the morning is a miracle. But I know, without a doubt, it's going to be clarity, not confusion. (2019), this year, is year of the tree. To Yoruba people, to Yoruba people, I formore bore. A sì gbọ́dọ̀ fojú olóore gúnge. Olóore wa ni R. Kelly. Ìwà tẹ́ ẹ̀ wá kiri ayé ni R. Kelly. Ẹ̀là, èmi ni ẹ̀là tẹ́ ẹ̀ wá kiri. Ẹ̀là in this term simply means black and white. Ẹ̀là in this term simply means black and white. Oneness of all. That's what black and white simply means. The biggest medieval mistake man has ever made is to describe life in color, people, to separate people in color. How did you even get to that? When everybody is black and white, everybody should add Ella to their name. That's what we're all going to have to do. And when I speak of celibate, or is it celibate? I think I'm correct. The word is celibate. It doesn't have anything to do with religion. Ifeala is not a religion, as you've done as well. It's a way of life. Ifeala is a complete honor to God. So when you are celibate, we don't call it celibate. We call it self-reflection. We call it honor to God. That's how people live their life. And that was still very present during my Morimi time, during my mother, not the MURDE. I create during my Morimi time. During that time, people do not get married, having sex prior to that time. It's a way of life. People don't have sex until when they get married. That's their way of honoring the house of God. Your body is the house of God. Your body is the home of God. That's where it all started from. Your body is number one property that cannot be bought or paid for. Your body is, if you embody God and God embody you, and the marriage is made by God, why would you be having, I know marriage is the union of God that keeps everything as one. So why then are you not honoring marriage? So having sex outside marriage means you're not honoring your house. You're not honoring your body. It doesn't mean you are a sinner. That's why I said there's no sin in my house. There's no sin in my home. I didn't say having sex is a sin. Not having sex is before marriage is a self-respect, is self-reflection, is how you connect to the God that gives you that house. It's an energy, and you cannot have clarity of that energy if you don't preserve yourself for that energy. You cannot have clarity of what that energy is communicating to you if you're touching yourself, or if you're sleeping with all sort of things. It could be, you don't know what you're sleeping with really. It doesn't, you can have sex, but sex is life. It's not a game. My point, celibate does not mean to put somebody in a cell. Celibate is not to put someone in a cell. I can't help it, I'm sorry, but when you kind of sit back and watch the way of man, i.e. people, it's very funny. I find it funny when the universe just remove me from your system and say, just watch them. And everybody's actually watching each other. A very honored person said to me 3 days ago, and everybody's watching everybody. I guess that's what God time means. And you know what? They just make sure your hands are clean, she said. My hands are clean because planet Earth, heaven and earth say so, not because a man says so. And R. Kelly's hands are clean, not because a man says so, or because he says so, no, because heaven and earth say so. And there's no sin in my house, there's no sin in my home. I maintain that because heaven and earth say so. Meaning, there's a time of I don't know. And now I know. See the difference from calling somebody a sinner or an offender? If Akel is an offender, the planet Earth will be an offender for the past 3,000 years. And you know what we need to do now? Instead of putting Akel in a cell, what we need to do to honor God, living God, that is watching over every one of us. And our hand is upon every one of us right now. Every one of us need to, everyone of sex age, everyone of sex age that you have ever had sex before. In fact, everyone that is breathing today, because being a virgin is not of the body. Do you understand? Being a virgin, it is not because you have never had sex before. It is a state of your heart, that which you embody. That which embody you. That's what is far away. When Oreba say, Ifa Jina, meaning Ifa is far away, Ifa is deep. That's what man think. I agree. But the Ifa that we need to propel the love of God that is upon us God's hand, God's eyes that is upon us to move us forward is not far away anymore. It's not virginal. It's not imaginal. It's now clear. We can see it clear. You must not touch a single teensy-weensy hair on R. Kelly's body. I speak what I know. And I speak what I see. And I speak only as I am instructed to do so. Not by man, but by heaven and earth. Why? Because it's time. That's why I went to Trafalgar Square yesterday, and before my eyes I saw 1867 to 1953. Link that. But it doesn't mean R. Kelly is the Jesus that you're looking for. Even if it's Jesus, not the one that you're looking for to crucify. No, he's not the one. He's the one that needs to anchor this new light, this new day. And I cannot, I repeat, speak to anyone without R. Kelly. àìsí ìfọmọ rẹ̀ bọ̀rẹ̀ mo wí tèmi o. Akẹ́lẹ́ ò kí ń ṣe òrìṣà o. Èmi fúnra mi èmi ò kí ń ṣe òrìṣà o. Ẹ̀là lèmi o. Ẹ̀là mokòmókórè, ẹ̀là kò mí ó kórè. Èyí túmọ̀ sí pé ohun gbogbo àárire wa gbà o. Ṣùgbọ́n kì í ṣe pé kẹ́wàá lọ máa jàgbà pẹ̀lú túláàsì. Àfààyè eléyìí lẹ̀ mọ́ o. No more medieval era. The time of confusion is finished. The time of riddles and parable is finished. We're now in time of light that is clear, that helps us to be clear about every step that we take. And as we honor the planet will honor us. Now, everybody, as I was saying earlier, that is able to, that is given to, I think I'll say that, everyone that is given to must take time out to go celibate for one day, at least for one day, to celebrate God in spite of all our impatience, confusion and lack of understanding. In spite of all of that, the living God, the loving God, still did not remove the moon from the sky. If that God is not worth taking a day to honor for you out there, then you will have yourself to blame. Not R. Kelly, not me. The ancestor that we're going to be honoring today, as this is our tradition, if you like, our Asha. We give honor to every form of life that all the ancestors have been able to help us to maintain. And the ancestors that we'll be celebrating today are Winnie Mandela and Mandela. When you write Winnie Mandela, cap it with M. Meaning Mandela. Do you hear that? Ella. Clarity. The word has entered into God timeline now, whereby stars align together, whereby man will begin to live a life of Ella, clarity, a life of clarity, not confusion. Ashela, Elala, Umbubo, La, Ore Ayo, ALAFIA. I am a witness to the writings of God and clarity therein. There is no sin in my house. There is no sin in my home, because heaven and earth, the four corners of the universe and its center, have forgiven me. The four corners of the universe have forgiven me, and therein. Therefore, man will not crucify me. This time is renewal. Every one of you must reform. The hand of God is over all things. God is authority over all things, not flesh. God, meaning arms of God, 7-7. Emini, Ella. I speak not in parable now. We are now in Ella period. The open of that which is sealed. The celebrity that we'll be celebrating today and always as we celebrate every one of us is Asha. I give honor to you, Asha, as I keep all my honor as well. I refer to that in aspect of Asha, meaning way of life, not religion or anything like that. Way of life as in ART. The honor that planet gives to us and the honor that we must give to the planet. Asha. We call it tradition or culture. When we take it to religion, it becomes completely something else, a confusion. And I mentioned Asha today, with honor, of course, because I hope Asha don't mind. You know her song when she said, "There is fire on the mountain. Nobody seems to be on the run. There is fire on the mountain top, and no one is running." She must have seen a vision or a communication from the living God before she sang that song. Yeah, most artists are a visionary. It's just how it is given to us is deeper than the other. My point, Asha's song is real. And when I say Emmy, I don't mean the Emmy Award. Of course, there's God in everything. When there's no God in something, that thing will perish. That's the meaning of Emmy, but it's more than the Emmy Award. It's Emmy, a mini, I am. Living God that I embody, living God that embody me. And it's two arts, A-R-T. It makes sense when we look at it that way. When we look at it that way, it makes sense. because the ART and HEART and EARTH, they're like one. It's a three. And when you add two, you have life. When God gave us life, why are you going to be laughing up on death? If you want to kill yourself, you can do that, but don't involve R. Kelly in killings. Excuse me if I offended anyone on that one. But seriously, this thing is not as serious as you people are making all this madness. Who needs all this craziness? I need to be able to live my life. Why are you holding me a prisoner in my own home? What's going on? I saw fire on the mountain. And because of God's love upon every one of us, God don't want us, God is not going to dump fire on us unless you dump it on yourself first. And that's why R. Kelly and myself is here to honor God and for every one of us to really know how to honor God through our ART. You feel me? ART. Art. We don't want fire on the mountain. Before we release it, it might just be too late. So it's not late now. God is always on time. Hold up, today is 6/7. Do you get it? Today is 6/7. This year, 2019 and 2020, is a year of alignment. Everybody needs to be ready. Get your dancing shoes on. It's a year of alignment. And heaven and earth is not going to give that to the system just so you can start to mistranslate the purpose of God again to create more killings. And everybody will keep asking, where is this God? Where is this God? God is tired of people saying, why is all this killing going on? Where is this God? God don't kill. I keep saying it. God is not a killer. God is it's love of heart. When you have that, definitely it will resonate. It will come through in your ART. We just need to learn to love sex, not to take advantage of life like that anymore. My point, let's not. God is not in the business of putting fire on the mountain. What Asha is telling us is, we need to start walking that straight path so that there will not be fire on the mountain. And for whom it is given, for those who it is given, let's take time out. When you're of age that you can exercise that, take time out every now and then and honor your house. Celebrate your house, your property, your home, your body. Reflect on who you are. Preserve who you are. There is no crime in that. There is no crime in that. It's the way of life. We must begin to honor marriage. And therein, ALAFIA to all. Honor to your shop. ALAFIA, all my ALAFIA to me. Now and forever. I have clarity that Morimi Phyla will keep us all beyond next week.